Hey guys, what's going on? Car Warner here, and today I'm back at the rugby park. I've come to do some PID tuning. So I've never done PID tuning before, so I don't expect to know everything other than all the YouTube videos that I've watched. So and I get down here, and these guys here, those two gentlemen there, they're flying fixed wing. So I've just gone over and had a chat to them and had a good yarn. I started out originally in fixed wing flying before I moved over to quads. So I'm going to chuck the drone up and I'm going to fly around and do some tuning. So we'll get into it. I've got a couple of photos of their planes too, so I'll put them here somewhere. So I'm getting set up. I'm going to do some PID tuning. I did rates the other day. You know, if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up there somewhere. So I've got my laptop out. The biggest thing that I find in my quad is that the nose wants to dip up. So every time I blip the throttle, it kind of dips up like that, and if I give it, you know, full throttle and drop that throttle, the nose drops down a bit. So my understanding from all the videos on YouTube that I've watched, that it's something to do with your P turn on pitch, and also your I turn if it's dropping after full throttle. All right, so let's connect the quad.
Telemetry recovered.
We've got RSSI back, so open the KISS GUI, let's connect. So first thing I'm going to do is, my understanding is it's more pitch P term that will stop it kind of jumping, like with the nose popping up every time I throttle, and I term for the pitch is when I go full throttle and drop that throttle right back and the nose drops. So we're going to give it a go. We're going to go up a bit on the, so we will go, I think we'll go to 4, so we'll just go one full value there on 4. And I noticed as well that the roll on the eye is kind of drifting as well. So I'm going to go up to, that was 3.5, I'm going to go up to 4.5 on that, so that's one full value. And I'm going to save that and see what that does. Alright, so that's saved. Let's disconnect. And oh, that didn't disconnect. Alright, so we're disconnected. We'll get back in the sky and see what we can do. So I'm at 15.8 volts, so I'm going to keep an eye on that so I don't ruin my batteries. Getting a bit of breakup. So straight away I noticed that so it has changed a bit actually, which is good. It doesn't seem to be as big from what I can see anyway. So let's try and fly forward. Still kind of tipping to the right. Still drifting to the right and kind of rolling to the right, so I'm gonna increase that I term on the roll. So I don't see any bounce back on the P term for the pitch. That's level there, I think. I'm getting a fair bit of breakup. I think my capacitor might have shat itself. It doesn't seem to be rolling as much, I think. I can hear a car coming in. So it's still rolling a little bit. So if I raise that a little bit, that should be alright. So there's still a big drop there in the nose. So that's I term for the pitch, I believe. Again, this is all just trial and error for me, really. But it does seem like that kind of, the pitching of the nose has dropped a bit. Okay, so we're going to connect again. And so that item is still rolling a little bit, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that to, I'm going to go to 5 on that. And I'm going to change the item. Now people say, oh, I should only change a couple of things at once. But I'm looking for a whole bunch of different things. So I might be doing it wrong, but I don't know. So it's all trial and error. And that pitch is still a little bit there, so I'm going to change that to I don't think I'll go up at 0.5, so I might go to 0.4.2, and we'll see what happens there. It doesn't seem to be dipping down, doesn't seem to be dropping an arm on cornering. And my understanding from the videos that I've watched again is that that's your roll P term if you're cornering and the arm's kind of dipping down. It doesn't seem to be doing that for me, but I'm still learning, so we'll see. So we will disconnect that. That's saved. It's disconnected, alrighty, and we'll unplug that and put it up in the sky. So arm the cord. Let's go for another fly. Got to get my timing right, hey, I'm going well over. So, forward flight. So it seems to be holding attitude now. Doesn't seem to be rolling much anymore, so I think that's cool. So I think I-term for the roll is sorted. And that blip is almost gone. And that was only a like 0.2 change. So, I mean, that's already feeling a lot better. So there's still a drop there in the I-term, in the nose after you throttle up. So you might want to go up a little higher on that. But that blip in the nose is almost gone, so I might just go up to 4.3 and see what that does. But it seems to be flying attitude wise. Seems to be fine. It's not rolling anymore. It's holding that line. So so we are going to call that close. We're going to call that super close. We're almost done there, I think.
Telemetry recovered.
Okay, so here we are, back here. Let's connect. And so that I-term for the that roll I-term seems to be fine. It's not kind of rolling over anymore. I'm still getting a little bit of twitchiness on the pitch, so I'm going to change that. So I'm going to go up to 0.3. That 0.2 change pretty much almost solved it. But on the I-term for the pitch, the I-term for the pitch, I'm going to change that as well. So I'm going to go up to 0.5. So that's now 4.5. And hopefully that takes some of that out, that dipping of the nose. And there'll be people out there that are thinking, you're not changing roll P or your D term or whatever. But I'm not there yet. This is all new to me. We're saved. Let's disconnect. And let's put it in the sky again and see what it does. You know, I'll get to a point and I'll stop and I'll be happy with that, and I'll fly like that for a while, and then as I get better and understand the quad a bit more, I'll make some more changes. But let's go again and have a quick look. So it's a very tiny bit there on the... It's not as bad as it was. It's still a little bit there, but it's not as bad as it was. So let's give it a full look. So that nose still does kind of drop a bit. So it's still there a little bit, so I might just go up a little bit more on that. And but I like it does feel more locked in. People say that, oh, you know, your quad will feel more locked in and things like that, and I mean it does feel more locked in. Yeah, no, it feels alright. Feels alright. I like it at the moment. Okay, so let's connect again, and I think I'm just going to take this up to 0.4. I might go up to 5. I might go up to 5 again. Yeah, I'll go up to 5 as well on that. Now everything's going to be the same in that whole side of things, but other than that, I'm not going to make any other changes for now. I probably could go up on pitch maybe a little bit, but I'm going to go up to 4. I'm going to go up to 4.4 on pitch there, and 5 on the eye term. So we will save that, disconnect, and go up for a fly. 15.3 volts, so I won't stay out long on this battery, and then I think I'll be okay with how it's performing right now, and fly it and see if anything changes. So it's not as bad, it's definitely not as bad. Let's get straight. So to me, I mean the HD footage might be different, but to me it doesn't seem like it wants to roll anymore. It looks like it maybe ever so slightly there actually. So maybe that could still go up a bit more, but I'm gonna, you know, I like it like this. I'm gonna keep it like this, but I'm gonna bring it in because this battery's dying. And that bobble has almost gone at that full throttle. So harder than I wanted it. All right, so everything seems pretty good there. Man, it's sunny, shades on, that helps a lot. So I'm seeing actually that nose bobble, if you will, when I blip the throttle, by changing the P term has actually helped. The drop in the nose has reduced. It's still there a little bit, and it doesn't seem to want to roll so significantly. So I'm gonna keep it all there. I'm not gonna make any more changes. I'm gonna go for a fly, just have a rip around for a bit.
Never minded, never taking whatever you told me. I know what I could be, making emotion paintable inside. Tell me, is this what you made me? You
Alright, so that's it for me. Now it does feel like it is more locked in. I didn't know what people were saying in all the videos I watched that you know, the quad feels more locked in. It doesn't feel floaty or drifty. It does feel more locked in and I like it. There is still some things in there that I think I need to change. I didn't change anything in terms of the roll P gain. I started noticing a bit of bounce back near the end of one of my flights there, and maybe it'll show on the camera. So maybe that's the next thing I'll look at doing, because I didn't change that at all. I'm liking the way the quad feels. My tricks are getting better. I'm still overcorrecting or undercorrecting on my flips and rolls, but that's just timing now. I've got to figure out the timing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Thank you.